action. Whoa, pull up. Go ahead, run. Hey!
Damn, why not?
I gotta put that bitch in park. Hey, GG, that motherfucker shit go after. You was over here talking about that shit, don't you? Hey, I thought I set that bitch up.
He really.
It don't matter. Fuck this guy.
What's up, it's me, F-I-E, and I'm coming to y'all with another music video breakdown, lighting breakdown, to show y'all how we came up with this dope video. You already know. Intro, yo. Five. It's a five. All right. Enough with all that. Now, y'all watching, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate it. It really helps a lot. Thank you in advance. But let's go on here and get into this here video. I traveled to Chicago to shoot a music video in my hometown. You already know it's always a pleasure to come back home and just get grounded. So it was a song for rap artists, and it was 2 songs in 1 video. It was a 1 location, and the equipment we used this video was the Canon Eos Canon RF 24-70 f 2.8, the Amaran 200X with a softbox, newer light panels, pocket lights, and some tube lights. Man, I said we finna come out here and make it happen. You feel me? And have some fun, you know? So let's go over the storyboard for this video. It was gonna be a scene of him with all his guys, all the people on the block, just chilling. The dogs, they were gonna bring the dogs out, gonna have cars, motorcycles, all that type of stuff, that type of scene, like a group activity, just having fun, and him performing in front of it. And also him just chilling and hanging out and everyone vibing to the music, you know what I'm saying? So that scene was just gonna be just that, and we was gonna utilize the daylight outside. So the cars didn't show up. People showed up, but the cars didn't show up. We ended up not being able to get the cars. The artists couldn't get the cars. So we improvised. So I said, okay, it's still gonna be fine. We'll just set up a scene with you and your boys right here and whatnot. So the scene we set up was, we had 2 dogs, I believe, and we got some B-roll of the dogs. And then we also got some B-roll of the guy with the dogs in one of the scenes. And then we got B-roll of him just hanging out with his guys with the lighting setup. Now the first lighting setup, let's go over that. The first scene with the group of the guys and him performing, we did a 3 light setup. It was 2 newer panels in the back facing the wall. One was on red, one was on blue. And then we had him like kind of in front of the group. He's performing his song in the middle, and they surrounded around him. And then we had the Amaran light, which is the 3rd light, the key light, the Amaran 200X at a angle onto that area of the group. So the setup was actually, I told them we needed cones. I told them all the props we would need just to set up the scene. Sometimes if I could just set up the scene, I love to do that. So we needed cones, construction cones, pallets, crates, and I think that was it, and water. Because I wanted to make the ground wet and to have that reflection. So we did that also and made the ground wet and had the reflection. That was it. We didn't set up the cones like perfect. I wanted some like leaning on the ground. So we only had 4 cones. So we just did 2 in the front, like 2 in the back, and 1 on each corner, like on the floor ground, laying on this side. And that was just that scene. Now this is all 1 location. It was a 1 location shoot. So with it being 1 location, I was trying to make sure we changed the lighting as much as possible to make it look like we're in 2 different places. Well, not even look like it's in 2 different places, just to give y'all 2 different visuals, so you're not looking at the same thing over and over. You get what I'm saying? So for the second scene was his solo performance scene. That's when I moved out the cones. And we didn't use the cones, but we used the same lighting, but we actually added I think 5 more lights. I know that might sound like a lot. It might sound like a lot, but the key light was the same. The 2 panels in the back was the same. Well, it wasn't really the same. One of them I switched to have it as a field light, and then I put a 2-foot tube light in the back to be on the wall in green. And then I had turned the other newer panel, light panel, to orange. And so we had an orange and a green on the sides in the back of him. And then we had a field light like coming on him on this side. Then we had the key light over the top of him. And then I put 2 tube lights, 4-foot tube lights on each pallet. Now the way I set up the scene, I put 2 pallets on each side of him, and then I put a pallet in behind him. And then we put 2 crates on each side of him, and then we set up the crates in the middle for him to sit on. And on those 2 crates, I put inside those crates, I put the small lights, the small pocket lights. I just set them on a little stand, a little mini stand, and I put them inside, and I put them on paparazzi so it can flicker, flash here and there, you know what I'm saying? I thought that looked so cool, especially with the reflections on the ground, the wet ground. And so that's how I changed the scene, but we're in the exact same spot as the other scene. We did not move. All we did was change out the props and move around the light just a little bit. And then we also, for that scene, had the fire machine. So I had my assistant hitting that fire machine button every time, like, the beat would drop. Every now and then I had to tell her, fire, go, you know? And so it came out really good, really dope. The story was where we got most of the B-roll. The name of it was called Where I'm From, and the first song, pretty much. So I got a lot of B-roll of the streets, the street signs. Y'all make sure that's what y'all do when you shoot a music video. You get surrounding things that help enhance and tell your story. So you're not just looking at the same thing over and over. Like I got, like, he's from 50, I don't remember where he said he's from, but that's the street sign I got. I think 54th in Dearborn or 53rd in Dearborn or something like that. So I got the street signs. He even say something about meet God. So I got, the church was right around the corner. We walked around the neighborhood just getting B-roll of the neighborhood. We also got a lot of drone shots. I got a lot of drone shots of, like, the train station that was nearby. Like, it was just a sitting train there, and some drone shots of one of the major buildings that's there that they see on the corner all the time. Just little things like that to help enhance and tell your story, to give different visuals, the drone shots, overhead shots, and different angles and different things to help so you're not looking at the same thing over and over. The second song, Never Gonna Fold, the way it came in, I was like, okay, now we gotta definitely move into something different here. So I pitched to him on the storyboard to let's do you like being kidnapped, something like that. And he was just down with it. He was like, yeah, man, whatever you need to do, fine, let's go. And he was down with it, even when he was kind of feeling some type of way that, you know, the cars didn't show up and the people couldn't make it. I was like, don't worry about it. It's still gonna be a good video. It's still gonna be dope. We still gonna make it happen. And he was like, all right, I believe in you. I'm rolling with you 100%. And the location was outside, like at a school that he went to when he was a kid, I believe. And it wasn't really just nothing but an open parking lot. And so I just posted up and I made all these different scenes in all these different areas. Literally like probably like 5 feet away from each other. Not even like you have to drive in your car. You just walk, and you're there at the next scene. Sometimes you guys, you gotta make use of what you can, and you gotta have that eye to see, like, okay, what can I do with this? How can I change this? Or what can I do to make the best out of this one location? You know, sometimes you can and sometimes you can't, or you can if you got the lights, or you definitely can if you just got the eye and lights to make some things happen. The kidnapping scene, we did that in the alleyway, like right next to the school. So we walking through the alley, and in that alley we only used the street light, and we had a key light. I had my assistant following him, or I think one of his guys following me, because my assistant had got sick. Shout out to her. She always was helping me through these long hour shoots and stuff like that. She had got sick and had to go wait in the car and lay down and stuff like that. So I couldn't get any B-roll or behind the scenes of a lot of the rest of this stuff. If you guys are shooting video and you don't have a lot of lighting equipment with you, if you only got like one light, you gotta try the best to see where lights at and try to shoot where those lights at that's outside, like street lights or any other light that's could be out and about right then and there. But yeah, so we use a street light and a key light. And then when they kidnapped him, they took him to a place literally another 2 feet away, another part of the alley. I just like the texture in the background. It was like some squares in the background. I was like, okay, we're gonna post up right here. And we just used the crates for him to sit on. And they put him in like they already had that set up, because this is where they was taking him. And the lighting setup for that was 3 lights set up. And it was 2 of the panels, the light panels that I have in the back, the newer light panels in the back. And then one key light that I had on him was like a 2 foot, I think a 2 foot, no, it was a 1 foot, I believe. No, I believe it was a 2 foot light wand that I used on him. And I was actually holding it because my assistant, like I said, she wasn't feeling good. I was holding the camera in one hand and holding the light, because I didn't want really consistency. I wanted this video to be kind of dark, so for that scene I didn't need that much light. I wanted it low and like on him just a little bit here and there, you know. So and that was just that setup, and he was just tied up with the chains. That was another prop. I told him to bring some chains. He was just tied up with the chains, and then we had fake blood, get some fake blood, because I knew I wanted him to punch him and everything like that, and the blood spilled, and he spit it out. I wanted it to be just like that, gritty, like you ain't did nothing to me, like you think that's something. And I wanted him to rap while they taunting him, so it's almost like it's not phasing him, in a sense, like he's never gonna fold. Like, this ain't phasing me, I ain't never gonna fold, you know. So that's what I wanted, and I ain't gonna lie, that when it came out, I was so in love with it. I was like, yep, we got it, we captured it, we did what we needed to do. And then I wanted another scene for that part of the video as well. I had to find somewhere else, so I walked around and I was like, right here be perfect. I saw this texture on the wall, like the same wall but on the side of the school that we was just performing at, and the textures of the leaves, I believe, was shining onto the wall from a street light, but it wasn't strong, it was still dark. And so this is where I wanted to do my backlighting. So we did a backlight scene. It was a two light setup where the light was in back of him, so you see the edge of his face a little bit. And so the way I wanted it was him to be moving, not standing still, but I wanted the light to flash into the camera here and there. So he's covering the light here and there. Sometimes he's opening up the light to come out and hit the camera. Then you see them textures in the background. Then I wanted the small pocket light to light like off and on like this and that, like, and it was flickering. I had someone just every now and then just do like that, but I wanted to put it on paparazzi and have it flicker. Now on this scene, I used the newer light panel in the back, and then for that shot I wanted it to be a side angle, so I had him face sideways, not facing the camera, and I told him to just rap his verse sideways, looking straight. Don't never turn to the camera, just perform your song and look straight and just move. I need a little movement so that light can just come out of his arms, his chin, or wherever when he moved out from the side of him or whatnot. So with them textures on the background, you seeing every so subtly, I was in love with that scene. That's like my favorite scene of the whole music video, I promise you. And then I also use I believe one of them filters, it wasn't a filter, but you hold it in your hand, so I held it on it like over the lens to get that like tripling effect of him tripling, but I wanted it subtle every now and then. It came out really well. The backlight I had on orange, that's the color I wanted, because that was kind of the theme I was rolling with through the whole video, was green, orange. The first part was red and blue. But yeah, so just always remember, lighting is the key. Make something look different, a new lighting is key, or even just to make something look more interesting. I'm a dark, moody person. Sometimes I like my lighting really dark, really moody. Y'all learn lighting. I'm still learning myself. And this is me just documenting my journey of how I do things and how I continue to go and move and learn as I do and go. Because that's all you got to do in life. Just keep moving, keep growing, keep learning. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for watching. It's Fi Hazel or Fi Sight. I'm going to catch y'all in the next video. Hope you liked it. And there's more to come. So just keep watching your girl. Peace. We needed that laugh. Oh my God, that was hilarious. That was the car was not important. That boy kept, thank God for the gate. That's all I gotta say. Yeah.